Hi, I'm Alex. Today, I'm going to share a story with you that's quite embarrassing, something I never thought I would share with anyone before because it's so painful. But there was a point in my life when I was dealing with erectile dysfunction. Yes, I said it, erectile dysfunction. My little problem here almost ruined my entire marriage. My wife continuously thought my ED was caused by me no longer being attracted to her, when in reality she was dead wrong. Even though I still found her sexy, it just wouldn't work for me. Time and time again, she'd give me this disappointing sigh. Guys, trust me, a disappointing sigh coming from the bedroom is never a good sign. It came to a point where my marriage was walking on broken glass. That's when I knew I had to do something. The only reason I'm going to tell you about this is because my problem led me to the real cause of ED. According to various researchers, if you're taking supplements to help your ED, you're more than likely being lied to. I actually managed to eliminate my ED within a couple of hours without any form of powerful supplements. There are companies out there that continue to make billions off of this embarrassing situation, when in reality, there's one method that'll work, a natural method they don't want you to know. After you start using this method for yourself, you'll finally get to enjoy your sex life again. I know you're probably thinking I'm simply pulling your leg, but guys, I wouldn't be putting myself out here and telling you my own story if this wasn't true. Wade M. of Wyoming says, I've tried so many different supplements and treatments to help my erectile dysfunction. After spending over $5,000, I decided that it simply wasn't going to work. That's when I discovered a method that was worth trying. Mind you, I was at my wit's end, and at this point, I would try almost anything to be able to enjoy my sex life again. Alex, I'm so glad I turned to this method. Within hours, I was in bed with my wife, and, well, I'll just leave it at that. Again, thank you, Alex. Chris from Atlanta says, this method was so easy to follow and really effective. After following this method only a week, I was experiencing rock-hard erections nightly. My girlfriend couldn't be happier. We're having the most fun we've had in years. Thanks, Alex. John from Canada recently sent me an email and said, Alex, for years I had a lackluster sex life and always depended on pills like Viagra and Cialis to keep me going. I found your method one night and was skeptical, probably like most, but I stuck to it and did everything you said. It's been 2 months and, wow, I feel like a 15-year-old kid again. I'm getting rock-hard erections basically without even thinking about it. I have so much more confidence in the bedroom, and my wife loves the new me. Thanks, Alex. And one more review that touched my heart. Joe from Los Angeles, California. Alex, quite simply, your methods work. I bought this 2 weeks ago, followed the steps, and got the stuff from the grocery store you told me to get. I'm having the best sex of my life and have complete control over my erections. Your magic ingredients and methods have saved my relationship. You're like a brother to me now. Thank you so much. That's just a few out of the thousands of people who have used what they learned in this presentation to better their sex lives. Are you ready to learn how this method works? Okay, before I explain this method, I want to reveal the man behind the voice. I'm Alex, and I live in Sarasota, Florida. I've been married for 25 years, and I'm 54 years old. About 3 years ago, I started having this problem, and honestly, I felt like my soul was ripped right out of my penis. My wife was 48 years old when this happened, and like many women in their 40s, she was worried about her age. I was a caring husband who never cheated on my wife and always put her before any other. I only wanted what was best for her. What did I do the next day? I went to the local jewelry store and purchased a beautiful necklace that cost me $5,000. Unfortunately, despite what they say, diamonds really aren't a girl's best friend, at least not in this situation. In fact, I actually think buying the necklace made it 10 times worse. That night, while my wife was in the bedroom, I heard her crying while she was talking on the phone. I never eavesdrop on my wife, but something told me that I should listen to what she was saying. I love him, June. I really do. but I just don't feel happy with our sex life. He never wants to have sex anymore, and I think it's because he's not attracted to me. June was her best friend, and she was obviously talking about the problems I had. Then I heard the words, "He just isn't as good as he used to be. I'll just have to deal with it and never have a sex life again." But, you know, I can't help to wonder what it would be like to be with a real man, someone who can, perform correctly. And that struck me harder than anything has ever hit me before. I just couldn't perform like I used to in bed. Those words stuck with me the next day, and the day after that, and then I realized if I wanted to save my marriage, I had to do something about it. What she was telling June was true. I had problems getting hard, and I wasn't a man anymore. In my 20s, I had a healthy sex life and had no problems getting hard. I could never imagine myself in these shoes, not in a million years, but somehow, there I was, in those shoes. I decided to find the solution to my erectile dysfunction. I branched out and studied how supplements such as Viagra really worked. All of my research was done in secret. This involved me locking myself into my office until 1 in the morning. Yes, I really was that determined to find a solution to my problem. Of course, my wife continuously wondered what I was doing out in my office until 1 in the morning and continuously blamed me for lying to her. All I could do was reassure her and continue forward with my research. During my research, I found that there were many harmful side effects attached to erectile dysfunction pills like Viagra and Cialis. Not only can those supplements give you headaches, high blood pressure, facial flushing, but it can also give you more permanent side effects like low blood sugar, cancer, anemia, chronic heart failure. The list can go on and on forever. I decided at this very moment that I needed to find a natural solution to my embarrassing problem. After weeks of research, I realized something. ED really wasn't one of the big mysteries of the world. It was actually quite simple. Do you know how an erection actually works? Here. The penis has 2 chambers inside of it. Those chambers are referred to as the corpus cavernosum. The corpus cavernosum contains a maze of blood vessels. When the vessels relax and open up, blood flows through. That blood is trapped, creating an erection. Sounds simple, right? Here, let me explain it in simple terms. When you're having problems getting an erection, you will stay flimsy. This is because vessels in your penis are not properly relaxing, so blood cannot flow through. No joke. That's the cause to almost every erection problem. It's simply an issue of vessels in your manhood not letting blood in. Supplements produced by billion-dollar companies don't work. Treatment methods don't work. Exercises don't work. So, what works? All it takes to get an erection is relaxed blood vessels, but how do you do that? One night, I was sitting in my office trying my new round of foods and herbs I'd purchased at Whole Foods earlier that day that were specifically supposed to help my ED problem. These foods and herbs I purchased were based on some research I did weeks prior. I was jotting down in my journal how they had worked compared to other foods and herbs I had tried the week prior when, all of a sudden, action started happening in my pants. I was getting extremely hard. I couldn't believe it. My little soldier was the hardest he'd been in years, and guys, I assure you, I'd taken no pills or supplements. Within minutes, I had one of the biggest erections I'd ever had in my life. What did I do? I ran to my wife in the bedroom. I mean, come on, what do you think I did? Of course, she was confused and wondered what had gotten into me. Yet, she didn't complain, and I don't blame her one bit, because for a couple of hours we had the best sex ever. When it was all said and done, she turned to me and said, "What happened? Did you take Viagra?" I said, "No way." After we were done, I went back to my office and wrote down exactly what I'd eaten that day. Remember, I had bought a new round of all-natural foods and herbs, and I started to follow the same plan of eating the same all-natural foods and herbs every day. At dinner the next day, I got extremely hard. I won't go into the details on this one, but wow, I was sure I was onto something, and I was right. This kept up for weeks. Guys, my wife was the happiest she'd been in years. Literally, she was gazing at me starstruck about what was going on. What was the solution to my erectile dysfunction? It wasn't necessarily the foods I was eating. It was the amino acids, proteins, and enzymes which comes from the foods, vegetables, and herbs you eat. My friends started to wonder why I was so happy all the time. They approached me and asked me what was going on. Had I tried a therapy or something they should know about? That's when I told them my solution to ED, and the next day, they were happy too. That's when I discovered that I wasn't alone in the boat. So many men throughout the world were going through this problem, and I needed to get the word out there right away. That's why I created this video, because I want you to realize that the solution to erectile dysfunction isn't hiding in pills or treatments. It's hiding in the food you eat. My Erectile Booster Method is 100% natural and proven to work. All you need is around $15 worth of common items you can purchase at the grocery store. Are you ready to get your sex life back? Imagine the ability to be able to instantly achieve erections and to never feel nervous around your loved one ever again. How much would you pay to get your sex life back? If you start to calculate the cost of ED pills, doctor visits, and potential side effects, you may end up paying thousands. Even if you have good health insurance, you're going to have to pay out of pockets to get more of the pills that are supposed to help. Instead of paying $1,000 or more for a few quick rides, for $39 you can get my exact Erectile Booster Method so you can get into the action whenever you'd like, for as long as you'd like, and take the power back. You may ask, why are you charging anything for this? I'm charging this small fee because of the years of trial and error, research, and blood, sweat, and tears I put into finding a solution to help men with ED worldwide. Also, I incur monthly fees of hosting, distributing this product, and helping men worldwide. This has become, well, my job and mission in life. So, $39 is a small fee to help offset what I've put my life into. If you order my Erectile Booster Method now, you'll get the right information to get you rock hard and ready for action naturally. Think about how much you can turn things around by just investing this small amount. Remember, the information you receive is going to illustrate the guidelines of natural movement. There are plenty of options you can explore away from this option, but when it comes down to natural elements, there is no better solution. If you've tried other things with no luck, perhaps it's time to go forward with something new. My mission here is to help others get the relief that I received. It's like a miracle, and all without having to succumb to just temporary relief you'd receive from pills. Get relief today for just a one-time fee of $39. You did not read that wrong. It's $39. Safe and 100% natural. This relies on getting your body to 100% homeostasis so that you can control the blood flow to where you need it most. When you're ready to spring into action, you'll not have to second guess whether or not you can perform like a champ. Think about this for a moment. Is your sex life worth just $39? I mean, some men spend that much a month just on adult movies. Think about that for a moment. For just a small fee, you can have the sex life that you fantasize about without having to sacrifice anything. You gain strength, vitality, and natural enhancement that will surprise your partner and give you a stack of confidence well past the moment of excitement. Compare other options, and you'll see that this is an absolute gem of an opportunity. Consider this your lucky break, an opportunity to not only reverse ED, but get a boost in your stamina, control over your climax, and please your partner on an all-new level. Click on the orange button that says Add to Cart, and you'll get the information that's going to change your world forever. Too many people scoff at the notion, but in reality, they wish they had a better sex life. Here is that chance. Get this method while you still can. I don't know exactly how long this method will be available online. This is a simple call to help with the issue of ED and male enhancement forever. It's better, cheaper, and easier than other solutions.